I just held a 500-person party, basically, in Miami. I felt totally under the weather. I had to give a 75-minute keynote. I had to tour $50 million properties. I had to launch a brand new development building. I did a thing with Lionel Messi, the mayor of Miami, and so much more. I want to give you a raw look at what it looks like as a CEO celebrating their company's 3-year anniversary. Here you go. Woke up, got in the airplane, flew to South Florida, but we didn't start in Miami. We started in Delray because we had to tour a $50 million mansion on the ocean that we were about to list with Christian Prakas, who opened up our Delray office. Did the tour, got all the content, ran through that house. The house is so big, took a while. I mean, like the garage, it's insane. And then got in the car and then we sprinted to Miami through the thunder, through the rain, through the obstacles. We're going up over things, down under things to make it to our new development launch for Wynn Miami, which is our huge multifamily project that we are leasing right now in Wynwood. And we made it just in time. You know what's weird? As I'm over the ledge here looking down, I can kind of see one of the first jobs I ever had where I made money was in Miami holding cell phones for AT&T. And to think that we're here today and we've now opened and our company is in South Florida. Now we're here with the Kushners launching 152 units in Wynwood and you're all here is like a wild thing. We would not be here without all of you. So thank you all for being here. Thank you to the Kushners and to our capital partners for even building these beautiful buildings, Wynn 27 and 28. We have a big weekend coming up. Thank you. Rent all these apartments, please, so we can go and get all the other buildings. Cool? All right, I love you all. Thank you. And that was just day one. Day two kicked off our Sell It 2023 conference.
It's crazy. I've given speeches to hundreds and hundreds of people and thousands of people around the world, but this is the biggest event that we've ever actually done. I'm actually more nervous for this one because the expectations are so high because I've asked everyone to come to this versus someone bringing me elsewhere and it's on them to bring people. Our entire company, we asked to fly.
It's the biggest conference we have ever thrown. Hundreds and hundreds of salespeople from all over the world, from Dubai to Singapore to South Africa, South America, Alabama, Canada, Florida, New York, everywhere. It was pretty insane. Friday was the big day, but on Thursday, we kicked off with a private dinner at the Satai Hotel. And I like doing these VIP dinners because I had Jess King from Peloton, I had Talia McKinney from Serhant, and a lot of other cool speakers and breakout sessions. We had a kick-ass, amazing dinner. In the elevator, we actually saw Travis Scott because he and Drake staying at the Satai, but that's another story. And then we drank a bunch of wine and we hung out, and it was a great opportunity to be able to have this one-on-one sessions with amazing salespeople from all over the world. And this was all just the beginning of our South Florida madness. And what makes doing the biggest conference of all time for us even better? Feeling like total shit. The travel chills, if you will. Maybe a fever, maybe a complete flu.
Okay. I think going to Lake Como for a day, then coming back to New York for a day, and then coming to Miami for a day, plus all the work stuff, plus all the stuff, plus the podcast stuff, plus the 3 businesses, plus everything, like it's just, and the deals, and the market and planning.
I don't know why, but before I get on stage, even if I'm not nervous, I'm fully prepared, I'm about to see a lot of people, my body just goes into complete exhaustion mode and just shuts down. So I get my electrolytes going and I just suck it up. The best way to not be sick is just to lie to yourself and say, you're not sick, Serhant. Suck it up, champ.
So I got my Dayquil, I got my vitamin C, I got my Tylenol severe cold and flu, I got the vitamin C over here. I'm locked up and ready to go. Let's go.
Well, welcome to Miami. And we were welcomed by the mayor of Miami. All right, so
Anyone in particular?
what's your good side?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's all good.
You famously
put up a billboard in San Francisco, early COVID, that said, want to move to Miami? DM me.
Yes.
Right? As the mayor. I had never seen anything like that before. I thought it was one of the most genius marketing pieces ever. A city has never done that before.
Yeah.
Like, you don't run around New York and see billboards for Oregon. How do you think about marketing Miami? Because everyone here is a marketer.
Yep.
They're marketing themselves, their
Absolutely.
brands, their
100%.
teams, their brokerages. How does that even happen?
So I'll tell you a lot of funny stories around it. Obviously, this was after the tweet, right, that I just referred to. One of the funny stories was I got a call from Pittsburgh, their Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
And they're like, how do we replicate this, you know? I said, well, you're Pittsburgh. Let's start there, okay? Let's keep expectations, you know. And I said, no, listen, our formula for success can be replicated, right? Our formula for success is simple, which I should have said it in my intro comments. You need to have a formula, your formula, and then it's very easy to replicate and follow. Our formula was we keep taxes low, we keep people safe, and we lean into innovation. The 3 points that I talked about up there, that's the formula for success. You can keep taxes low, you can focus on safety, and you can create prosperity in your city. But when you talk about the billboard, it's funny because it reminds me of another important lesson, which is there's a lot of smart people in this room, a lot. But as a room, you're smarter than any one individual person, okay? And so that's the power of sort of, having people to help you.
My 3-year-old didn't get a birthday party like this. Daddy got the mayor of Miami and 500 of his closest friends, agents, and employees. Daddy wins. And I'm the one who gave out the gifts because I got Mayor Suarez a pretty good gift.
Perfect. So you can say mayor and I'll say this.
Beautiful, all right. CEO.
But because I'm also a top real estate broker and CEO, I can't just be at the conference the whole time.
So we had to sneak outside of the conference for like a hot second. So we're running around to a development site, and then we're going to Wind, Miami, to meet a news reporter over there, because not only did Serhant come to Miami, but so did Messi. 2 superstars. One a little bit more important, the other plays soccer. So we're gonna go take a photo and video right outside of the massive mural that's on the side of the building. In the amount of time you've been watching this vlog, we've just been moving units. All right, let's go.
But I can't show anything for you because by the time this vlog comes out, we won't have announced the tower. So here's me and then a blurry background. The second thing I had to do was go back to Wind, Miami and Wynwood and show the world that we had a muralist come through and paint Lionel Messi's face on the side of the building.
2 big people came into South Florida this year. We don't have to talk about me, but what does this mean?
Messi is arguably the best player to ever play this game, and for what he represents for the Latin community here, specifically in Miami. Remember, the World Cup is coming here in 2026, so he will be front and center in Miami, and he is the centerpiece. This is the biggest superstar, I'm sorry to say, maybe a little bit over you. Over Gloria Estefan, over Shakira, over Pitbull. This is Messi Mania, and he's the center of Miami.
Sprinted all the way back to conference, Sella 2023, made it just in time for my 60-minute keynote to drop some Jedi wisdom on these amazing salespeople.
Today's theme, really the theme of kind of my whole life, right? Ever since I got into the business, and it's really one, I was never okay with just being okay. And I don't know, maybe it's a disease. Why do we do all this? Because I think life is short. I think life is short, and I'm gonna squeeze as much out of it as I can. And one thing that I wish I could just bottle up is like this moment right here. Remember I said, you don't get the career that you want. You get the career you need. The career that I thought I wanted wasn't in the cards. And that's okay. I got the career I needed, and the career I needed is now the career that I want, and I want even more of it. And that's what I want for every single person in this room. I want you all to say yes. But if you don't have that foundation, and you don't have the brand, your core identity leads to the perception, which leads to your reputation, and that over time becomes your personal brand. So how do we get people to say yes to the brand that you want? Every single person in here, there are those of you I know who've been working on building your personal brand with us for a long time. And it's amazing because I can see you and I see the brand in your eyes. But then there's a lot of you in here who I know, once you start thinking this way, your deals will change. The way the world looks at you will change. The way people will start saying yes to you will change, because they won't be saying yes to you as an agent or as a realtor. No one in this room is a realtor. You didn't fly all this way and spend all this money and take all this time. It's a work day. You're not sitting here in the middle of the afternoon just because you're a realtor. You're doing it because you want to build something. You want to be something greater than what you were this morning. Your greatest criticism is your biggest competitive advantage. And that's so true. The thing you hate about yourself the most is the thing you own the most, because it sets you apart. The things that people pick me apart for all the time are the things that I just keep leaning into. And because we're all in this together, and I'm here to help you, and my team is here to help you, we can amplify your success together. So that is my mission. Okay? My mission is to help you do that. My vision is to help you turn your name into an icon.
And then the minute I stepped off stage, we had 40 minutes to completely change the entire ballroom, change the branding, change everything, change the setup, change the seating chart, change the stage, change all the tech and all the AV for our Q3 sales huddle. And I will say, I know I've been super hyped this video, but it is a wild experience for me to be here. One, the fact that we made it 3 years by ourselves. Two, that we now have so many people here. It's like, it's nuts to me. We started Serhant a couple years ago, as you remember. Remember my superhero outfit? And I was like, whoopsh, da. There was a couple of us around a dining table in a townhouse that I rented in Tribeca when New York City was completely shut down in pandemic mode. And now I'm here in Miami with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of agents who are like hooting and hollering and excited about the next evolution of where we're going. I mean, if this is how far we've come by ourselves in the first 3 years, imagine where we're going to go over the next 3 years. Like, it's 2023. Where are we going to be in 2026? 5 years ago, it was 2019. 5 years ago, there was no pandemic. There was no Serhant. There was just me as a real estate agent. And I am super, super humbled by everybody who was there to support me, support our staff. I'm so excited just to see this thing grow and the scale of it, right? It's been 1,095 days of building the brand, the business, and the community. And I would not be here if it were not for all of you too. You all watching this video, you're liking it, you're subscribing to the channel, you're sending this to all your friends, your family, your loved ones. You're having babies in the hospital watching this right now. I'm sure at least one of you is doing that. Thank you so much for being here. Send this to your friends. Do like, do subscribe. We appreciate everything. It's only been 1,000 days. Get ready for the next 300.